Hi y'all, I'm Brenda with Blessings and Bread, and welcome to my garden today. I haven't done a garden video in a while, so I wanted to kind of give an update on my summer garden. We're in the heat of August. It's really the dog days of summer around here in Northeast Texas, and it's hot and humid, but I waited till the sun was going down to try to do this video so it wouldn't be so bright and so hot. But I have a few things to show you, and I'll be honest, this is the real story. It's not a pretty story today. A lot of it's starting to die back, and it's just that time when a summer garden just kind of loses its umph if you're not watering a lot. And I was gone this last week for about 5 straight days, so it shows. I have a lot of tomatoes to pick, and I'm sure I missed some by not being here, but come along with me while I work in my garden this afternoon. Some of my zinnias are just giving it up. They're falling over, but I think part of the reason is because Oreo got in there chasing a cat the other day, a little kitten that we acquired, and they were in there running around, and I think they're the reason that they finally fell over, but they did not recover. But they're still blooming and they're beautiful. I still have lots of bumblebees, lots of butterflies, but without some water, they may stop blooming soon. Let's see if we can zoom in and get, even on the ground, they're beautiful. This is one of those interesting plants that was in my packet of mixed seeds that I have no idea what it is. And then I have another one that's full, but they're not in their prime. They were earlier. But it's a very interesting plant, and I'm not real sure what it was. And then the frilly plants that my sister told me were cosmos have never bloomed. They're just still there, and they have never bloomed. They're just little frilly green things. They would have been great for filler, I think, in a flower arrangement for cut flowers, but pretty much all of my flowers are kind of going on the downside. These are my green beans, and I think you can tell they really are drying up. I got a couple of mess of green beans off these this year. Last year, my green beans hung on till fall. If you watched my videos last fall, last year is when my green beans came on, and I was just getting gobs of green beans. But this year, they are not going to make it through the fall, and so maybe soon I'll be pulling these up. My marigolds are still looking really good. They're still blooming like crazy. They need a little deadheading, but they're still doing great. And my tomatoes had a few tomatoes. They're just smaller, but the plants are definitely hurting from the hot weather and not enough water, probably. I did pick a few today, but not many. Most of them had a bad spot or something was wrong with them, but actually I see a few blooms, so who knows, I may still get some more tomatoes. Now my grape tomatoes are a whole different story. They look bad, the plant itself, but it's still covered. After 5 days I've got tons to pick. It's just crazy. With the light fading, I don't know if you can see how many tomatoes are on this plant, but I hope that you can see that. Let me zoom in, see if I can zoom in some so you can see more, but it is covered. Every time I go away, I come back and there are just little cherry tomatoes everywhere. I could use some help identifying this pest that I have found on my tomato plants. I've seen several, and I know that once I see several bugs, it will not be long till there are thousands of these bugs, and they will just take over my tomato plant. I've tried to just pick them off, which is usually my method for getting rid of bugs if I can. I try to catch it early and then just keep them picked off. But if anyone knows what this bug is, I would like to know. These fly, and it's made it a little harder to pick them off. I really hate to use poison in my garden. I try to avoid that at all costs. But if I need to, sometimes to save my crop, I will use some 7 Dust, maybe a little bit, to try to control any kind of bugs that I might find in the garden. But hopefully this one will go away and it won't become an infestation, at least. I did try to get a couple of them picked off, and hopefully I'm at the end of the season, so I think I'm going to be okay. But if you have any insight into what this bug is, or a good, safe, organic type of treatment that I could do. Mostly what I know about organics or what I've ever tried have not been helpful. But I understand if you're going to be successful with organics, you kind of have to be preventative. You got to do it before the bugs are there. So any insight would be helpful. Just leave some anything in the comment if you know something about this bug. I hope you've enjoyed this little update of my garden. I still have my tomatoes to pick before the sun goes down, but I hope that you've enjoyed it. I think it's on the downhill slide, but this is how a Texas garden usually looks in August. It usually gets so hot, most people are just done by this time. And I think I'm there too. I'm about done. And I'm not even sure I'm going to do a fall garden. I've kind of decided I need a little bit of a slowdown in life and have several trips and activities planned in the fall that would keep me from tending to it well. So we'll see. But when the plants come out, that's when I usually change my mind. But I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will probably plan to do one more video when I do a cleanup. When I finally decide it's over and these plants are coming up, I will probably come back and do a final video for the year. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and I know I've enjoyed sharing my backyard garden with me, and a lot of you have said that you've enjoyed watching my garden and all, and it's not hard to do. It's just making up your mind to do it. And I hope that you will come along with me again when I'm in my garden, and I will see you the next time I'm in my kitchen, on my porch, or in my garden.